coming to you live. You know what tab out and do until it's from Asia District, one of the 16 that make up the Peruvian province of Cañete, founded by Bento Chumpitas Chavez on July 24, 1964. It was originally part of the Coyoyo district. We are here today with ESL Open Cup Asia division number 240. That's like if you swap it around, that becomes nice. I'm of course Hirosiaku of Deizaku, and with me today is El Niño que ahora también es un compañero calamar. Like _VIP, how we doing?
What's up, Yaku? Welcome back, everyone, to one of the final ESL Open Cups of the season. No EPT points are awarded, but this is the ESL Open Cup right before EWC. That's why a lot of players are traveling, a lot of players are not here, and that means that the Open Cup is up for grabs. We have quite an interesting array of players here this week.
Yeah, it's more open than ever.
Yeah.
And of course, we're gonna kick it off. I will get into it later, but I feel like we have an even balance on today's bracket. But regardless, we're gonna kick it off here with a little bit of ZvZ on Oceanborn, where over here in the top left-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way over here in the top left, we of course have our red Zerg player coming out from the land of Taiwan, representing Offside Gaming. We have Rex.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Australian Zerg player going pool first, by the way, going for a much more aggressive start. We haven't casted him in a very, very long time, in over a year, maybe more than that. It's the Australian Zerg. It is NXZ Ryan.
The kid.
Oh, you know you want to say it.
Yeah.
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 Ryan?
What are you talking about? Just because we're casting Ryan, I gotta come in and be like, Ryan. Well, yes, that is how it works.
There you go.
Yeah, it's glad to see Ryan back here today.
It is. It is great to see him back. After a very long hiatus, he has returned. We do have that pool first. Lings, they get across the map. They're going to be threatening the mineral line, and they're looking for 1 or 2 drone kills. We'll see if we can get them. The queen is not quite yet out. Nice control so far. Rexy does pull away the drones, but 1 drone does go down. Up.
Now we're looking for another. We will get another. Potentially a third. No, we will not. Queen pops out just in time to act as the final forward defense.
There we go. We deny mining time. We get 2 drone kills, and as the dust settles, Ryan Jones does have a 1 worker lead, and we're going for a fast bailing nest in the main base. Aggression is the name of the game here for Ryan. He does want to double down. He does want to commit.
Indeed. This is how he made it to the playoffs of ANZ Pro League at one time.
True. True. There you go. Can confirm.
Fast, hyper-aggressive style. Rex does come in, does do a little bit of scout, sees that there isn't a third base, and that's a suspicious amount of links. Okay, maybe not that suspicious, but still, lack of a third base should tell him everything he needs to know. Yeah,
he should know that there's some kind of aggression. I mean, it could be 2-base roach, right? Like, there could be a couple of different things on the way, but aggression is on the table. Banelings are in production. We're massing Lings across the map. Ryan, he's going for a massive all-in, a massive Ling Bane bust across the map, but Rex does have defensive Banelings on the way.
He does.
Yeah, he just needs a little bit more time for those Banes to finish up. No! Oh my god, that was so close. Bailing almost does connect, but the Bailings of Rex have completed. They finished up and they are looking to connect. So far, it looks like, yeah, the Bailings are being targeted down. We have 3 Bailings left, and so far the Queens are holding.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit of a knife fight, a little bit of a battle here to see who can actually connect those Bailings better, but the fact that Rex has those Queens does mean that he's just going to be in an infinitely better position to hold.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
The
flanking Bane!
Ooh, the flanking Bane does almost catch Ryan off guard. Thankfully, no major connection, but Rexy just keeps on fighting across the map. Meanwhile, now, Ryan has to be the defender. NXZ has to be the defender, not the offender here, but there are so many links in favor of Rex. Bailings, they do not connect. 1 more Bailing goes down. There's 1 Bailing left. Up! Oh my god.
And now there's 0 banelings remaining, but we do have a couple more in production right now. 2 banelings left for Ryan. A decent trade over here.
Yeah.
Still not fantastic. Nice little snipes.
Yeah, gets a baneling. Gets 1 baneling. You have 2 banelings left. We have another 2 finishing up. Roach one has been thrown down, but the problem here is that actually Ryan has a worker lead. Rex has been doubling down. His droning has been a little bit lackluster, and there's going to be a little bit more pressure here on Rex so far. Still no major connections from the side of Rex. Banelings are going to be forcing back Living Bane, and NXZ, he's holding. Or is he? Up! Oh my god. Up!
Just barely. He's losing a handful of lings here and there, but now he's got the roaches out, and he still has a couple of banelings still alive that can deter any ling aggression from the side of Rex for the time being.
Yeah,
so for now, yeah, he's held.
Yeah.
He's even on the base count,
yeah.
and he's ahead in the worker count.
Yeah, kind of.
And he's ahead tech-wise. He has the Roach Warren.
And we're going for a follow-up all-in. So Ryan, he has cut workers. He's at like 1.5 base saturation. He has prioritized gas mining here on 3 gases. And now we're moving out across the map with Ling, Roach, Baneling. Rex has droned up a little bit further. He does have a Spine Crawler on the way. The Spine Crawler is going to be crucial here in the defense as we catch reinforcements.
Yeah, not the best pathing here for Ryan's roaches. Them do end up getting caught in the middle of the map, but now enough roaches have made it through. They are starting to bust their way forward past the first couple of greens.
Yeah, and it looks like we're looking for those shooting connections. We get a decent connection here on the Lings of Rex. Another decent connection as well, but there's only 1 baneling left for Ryan, and we're getting us around on those roaches.
Man, it's so hard to tell whose banelings are whose with this color scheme, but yeah, it looks like Rex has just about held this. Hold on. Still a couple more. No, wait, those are Rex's banelings. Never mind.
Yeah, we have the banelings detonating. We have Ryan busting into the main base. He barely has enough roaches. They are battered and bruised, but they're still up and running. We're going to surround on the roaches of Rex, and we're going to be able to shut them down.
Yeah, it's absolutely crucial right now that Ryan does have these handful of lings to act as a bit of a buffer. Not going to help him with the middle walking, but now they have broken through. The roaches are insanely low, but they're still alive, and they're still getting the volleys off, and that's all that matters.
They get 15 drones. They get 15 drones because we're flooding lings across the map. These roaches, they're barely standing. They're like a sneeze away from all of them going down, and the boys are being pulled. It looks like finally we should be able to clean up these roaches with good target firing, but the damage has been done, and Ryan does have a worker lead.
He does. I mean, he's still going to be doubling down on the aggression. That's 9 roaches on the way, and not a drone in sight, but yeah, this is a very healthy lead that Ryan has secured for himself. If he wanted to, he could just macro out of this, and there we go. There's a lair.
Oh, there we go. The lair is on the way, and Ryan, he's going to try and, work towards further tech. I don't imagine Muta's going to be on the way, but I imagine Roach speed and committing into Roach Ling. I wouldn't be opposed to Ryan droning from this point forward, but he is still not making any extra workers.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I mean, I guess 32 drones is all you need if you're going to be grabbing Roach speed and anything else from here on out, but I don't know. I feel like the old man saying goes, when you're ahead, get even more ahead.
True. Also, am I roboted to you?
No.
Oh, okay, you're roboted to me. Oh my god.
That's weird.
As the big baneling does connect here on the right-hand side, so not the best move here out of Ryan. He is going to try to slip into that middle line at the same time. Ooh, the Ravager goes down as well, but Ryan has a massive Roach advantage, and Ryan, he's going to be able to bust through the defenses here. Rex, he droned up too much.
GG is called, and Ryan NXZ will be taking game number 1.
GG. Hold on, we'll head over to the Singaporean server. Hold on. There we go. So so I do apologize for any robotic noises you may have heard, but we should be okay here. We'll make sure everything's all good. But GG, well played. Ryan does take a lead in this series. A very, very chaotic game number 1. Very back and forth as well. There were moments for both players. Alas, if you drone sometimes in ZvZ, you do die. And yeah, things did go south real quick there for Rex, but it was so close as well. We pointed it out. We saw so many red HP roaches for Ryan, and if we had gotten like 1 or 2 extra volleys off from the side of Rex, if they had gone down any sooner, then it would have been a much cleaner hold. It would have been a completely different game.
Now you're roboting for me.
Okay. You know what? We may just be done with the cans. Actually, you know what? I'll try one more time. We'll head over to like US West or something.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Now it's here. But yeah, I was able to piece together a couple of what you were saying over there. It was insanely close towards the end there, especially with those roaches. So many of them down in red health. Literally just one sneeze, one Baneling connection would have been enough to take it all out. But Rex, he had no Banelings. He had no Banelings, he had no Lings, he had no Roaches. He had, by the time the dust had settled, Ryan still had a couple of Roaches standing. Rex unfortunately did not.
Ooh, exactly. Barely did have enough. And with that, we're getting into game number 2 and the favorite player down in the series.
Indeed. Over here, we're going to be loading into Crimson Court, where we're in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, swatting all the way in the bottom left. A player who's been a lot more active in these past couple of months, and somebody who was the favorite player coming into the series, now currently down 0-1, representing Offside Gaming, the Red Zerg player from the land of Taiwan. He is Rex.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the Australian Zerg player, the Green Zerg, representing himself, currently teamless. It is Ryan NXZ Jones.
I just realized that's the old Legacy jersey.
Yeah, that's the old Legacy Esports.
Looks surprisingly similar to the Offside Gaming jersey.
Coincidence?
Coincidence?
Conspiracy? Is Ryan actually Rex?
We've never seen them together holding hands.
Okay.
So
I love his smile though. Ryan,
possible.
he's got the best smile. It's what he's known for.
Yeah. He's got the little closed eyes, the squint going on there.
Yeah. Doing his best Yaku impression. As we're settling in. Oh god. It is going to be a more standard opener. Hatch gas pool here from Ryan and from Rex. Despite the aggressive start we had from Ryan in game 1, we're going to be settling down here in game 2.
Indeed, we are. Well, yeah, actually. Indeed we are. I mean, Ryan still went for the pool first, but this is looking a lot more like a safety pool, a lot more standard, and yeah, it's the exact same thing that Rex is doing, so yeah, we may have memed our way into a victory on Oceanborn, but now we're getting into Crimson Court, where the map itself is a meme. So there's no need to really ape it up here.
Exactly. The map itself can do its work here. Bearing in mind as well that two-base play can be a lot more prevalent on this map just because you can wall off here and then you can take a very secure linear third if you mine through these middle patches, so you can be a little bit greedier in a sense and skip Ling Bane. So I'm curious if either player embraces that, as actually Rex is going for the forward base.
Oof. Rex looking to turn the tables on game number 2. This is a super important scout right now for Ryan NXZ. And it will let him know that Rex is planning to play aggressive this time.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Ryan opening up standard, going for the standard third base into a Bailey Nest. Meanwhile, Rex has not thrown down a Bailey Nest of his own. That is a little bit interesting. It's possible that he might just be trying to go Ling into Roach, and that, of course, would make sense as he's going towards that high Vespene Gas Geyser. So this is a risky move out of Rex. Basically, he's Ling flooding, and he won't have Bailings to work with. Not yet. That's a lot of Lings.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a gamble here, especially after NXZ's Bailey Nest finishes up, but that is a lot of Lings, and there is a little bit of a window here where Ryan just won't have those Banelings.
Yeah, we have 3 Banelings on the way. Ling speed is going to be kicking in here for Rex, but he hasn't pulled the trigger yet, but here we go. We have a massive lot of Lings on the way, and his goal here is to try to catch the Queens. He's getting himself the Banelings.
Yeah, right, it's a turn to Eggs, but thankfully for NXZ, he is able to chase him away just at the last second. Queen gets surrounded. We don't have a transfuse! The third will be going down regardless. And now Ryan has a lot of catching up to do. This Link Flood from Rex has accomplished its mission. He is ahead on the base count.
And now Rex is joining. Now Rex is joining on up. We do see the counterattack from Ryan. The pressure is on. He has to try to punish this third base. He's now down a hat-trick here compared to his opponent, but he's up in workers. Bailing is targeted down. Nice control there from Rex. Does target down with the queens. Another Bailing goes down. Another Bailing as well. Ooh, bit of miscontrol there out of Ryan.
Yeah, now Rex is getting a couple of Bailings of his own. It looks like this counter aggression from NXZ is not quite going to pay off, at least not until the Roachhorn finishes up. I don't know if you noticed this slight, but he hasn't remade that third.
Yeah, he's not remade that third base. The Bailings are denied as well. We can see NXZ trying to go for a massive counterattack, but alas, we are keeping up, and the Lings are not getting the damage that they're really hoping for. Behind this, Ryan is going all in. He's cut workers, and he's making roaches. He's making nothing but roaches.
Yeah, now getting the third base, but I have a feeling that's more for production than anything else.
Oh yeah, it's going to be all about that larva, going to be all about that supply. Likewise, once again, Ryan just trying to buy time, trying to drag the attention of Rex away, but Rex only pulls away half his Lings, the other half it hits the natural.
Like so. Roaches just not quite in position, and they are in low numbers as well, so they're pretty much asking to be surrounded. GG is called, and Rex is able to tie us up sideways 1-1.
GG, well played. We are going all the way to the ace match. Again, a very intense game there. We had Rex initially going for the Ling Flood, and alas, we saw that Ryan was unable to defend his third base, just barely was not able to hold on. And yeah, from that moment, Rex was in the driver's seat, was able to take control of the game, control of the map. Now we're going to the ace match.
Indeed, we are. Whew. Very short maps that we've had so far in this best of 3, but I mean, I guess it's to be expected when you put Rex up against Ryan. Two players well known just for their aggression.
Oh yeah, is known for his aggression, and here we go. We're getting into the ace match. We're going to be loading into site Delta.
Indeed, we are. A little bit more of a normal-ish map, but still one where we see a lot of aggression from Zerg players.
Oh yeah, exactly. The rush distance is a little bit longer. The bases are a little bit more exposed and wide open as well. But we also have a very unique feature. That feature being the ramp leading into the natural.
Yeah, a bit safer, but we'll see how safe you can really get when you're in a ZvZ. As over here, we're going to be concluding our best of 3 on site Delta. In the bottom right hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom right, we have our red Zerg player coming out from the land of Taiwan. He's of course going to be representing Offside Gaming. We have Rex.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Australian Zerg player, the green Zerg. It is Ryan NXZ Jones. Hatch first?
Oh. Hatch first. Coming up for both of our players. So no pools. I guess they both have kept in mind the ramp leading into the natural base, so then they respect each other enough that they are not quite going to... They're not quite going to risk it all on the ace match.
Yeah. I mean, the opener may be standard, but, I mean, as you pointed out, right? This series has been quite fast. We have not gotten, like... even 2-base saturation hasn't occurred. Like we've seen players cut workers at less than 2-base saturation just with the third base just for larvas. So we have yet to really embrace the mid game between these two, and I don't know if we're going to start here. I mean, this would be the time to do it, but I'm not so sure about that.
Nah. I think we're just going to see a Roach Rush versus a Lignitus.
There you go. It's possible. We keep our eyes on our players. What we were alluding to before, obviously, was the ramp leading into the natural. This tells me that we could play 2-base Roach for 2-base Muta, 2-base Nidus players you were even alluding to as well. That is viable on site Delta. We'll see if either one does go in that direction. So far, we've been very Lingbane heavy, though, from both players.
Yeah, which to be expected, really. Yeah, if you're going to go aggression right off the gate, you might as well go aggressive right off the gate, you know?
Yeah. Wise words.
Yeah.
Want to be aggressive.
You might as well be aggressive.
Yeah. There you go. That's why you're the caster, Yaku.
Yeah.
Let's go. As Rex is going to be the first to expand, it does take the third base, and NXZ should not be too far behind him. I say that. No third base in sight. Ryan, he's going for the Baliness in the main.
Oh boy. Thankfully, Rex himself is opening up pretty normal and getting a Baling Nest of his own, pretty safe, but as well as a Roach Warren. But this does signal that NXZ, obviously, if there was... I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. NXZ is the one who wants to be aggressive.
Yes. So what's happening right now is that NXZ, he's faking 2-base Roach. You can see that's why he's hidden the tech structure. That's why he's throwing down the Roach Warren here at the ramp. It's making it look like he's skipping Ling Bane, and his hope is to have Rex cancel his Baneling Nest. And if Rex... He does! He cancels the Baneling Nest! This is ideal for Ryan. I mean, Rex is doing the correct thing because he scouts 2-base Roach, but it's anything but.
Indeed, it is. This is the correct thing if he was up against what he was actually up against,
yes.
But really he's not. He does see the Lings coming across the map, so he does make a ton of Lings right now, but he has no Baneling Nest to work with. He is walling off that main, but it does mean that the third base is forfeit. Rex, he's just going to give it up. And he's just going to have to figure out a way to hold on 2 bases and go for some counter aggression.
Exactly. That's a free third base killed here for Ryan, so a massive pig off. At the same time, behind this, he can expand, he can drone up, he can macro out of this and try to contain Rex on 2 bases. For the time being, the Lings are at the wall, and this forces the Evo Chambers to finish. They will not cancel, and that is wasted resources for Rex.
I can hear him shaking his head from here. Just...
Oh my god!
That's a lot of Evo Chambers.
And Rex, yeah, he's overreacting.
Rex is worried about a Bane Bus.
Yeah, like Ryan, he's doing a great job here just feigning aggression, but he's droning up. Behind this, he's droning up, and there we go. A mass cancellation from Rex. He realizes he has been bamboozled, and that is a lot of wasted resources once again.
Yeah, Rex, he's feeling a little frazzled right now. Can't say I blame him. I mean, he just got completely baited into holding against a build that wasn't coming his way. And yeah, now he really does want to make sure that he crosses his I's and he dots his T's and make sure that he doesn't all of a sudden leave an opening that allows him to get Ling flooded.
Yeah, exactly.
But he is overreacting.
Yeah, and I want to like emphasize as well that like what Rex is doing was the correct thing to do. The most efficient way to play is what I should say, which is why this build from Ryan, if he did it against a lesser player, it wouldn't work. Against a lesser player, they would just finish the Baneling Nest and they would make Banelings, right? Because they're not being as efficient. It's just something that only works at the highest level.
Yeah, he's doing the correct thing, but not the right thing.
In
this scenario, his brain is working against him.
That's the problem. He's using the brain. That's the real problem.
Yeah, we've seen many a good player fall to their own brain. And now NXZ, I mean, he does have to be worried about this counter aggression coming out from Rex. That's a lot of roaches coming his way. But he's also doing just a really good job of keeping tabs on him, catching a couple of stray reinforcements here and there. NXZ not too far off when it comes to his own roach count, and he's even going to have an upgrade advantage.
Well, basically what's happening is that he forced an all-in. Rex is completely all-in. He got workers at 30. NXZ might have overdroned. He's droned up to 42, so that's a lot of workers. That's less roaches to work with. So Ryan cannot take a head-on fight. Up.
He cannot, especially not if he gets surrounded by the Lings like this. Ryan coming down from the flank. A lot of Banelings do explode. And it looks like with the defender's advantage, NXZ is barely gonna hold this.
It's very close here. I mean, these roaches are so low. Lings are flooding on in as well. And NXZ, he is barely holding on. He's gonna force this back. And remember, Ryan, he's got a third base. He has a higher drone count as well. Ryan, he defends the all-in, and now he is miles ahead.
He's got everything going his way right now. It would take a massive blunder for him to give it up here, or a massive galaxy brain move from Rex. But I gotta be honest, like, maybe I'm just too low on the evolution poll, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the move that could possibly bring Rex back into this game.
It's gonna be difficult. I mean, Ryan, he has two choices: either go for the third and just contain, or just go for the kill. He's going for the kill, which is maybe the ideal for Rex. We'll see if Rex can maybe catch Ryan overextending. A lot of roaches is gonna be going down. Decent Baneling connection as well, but Rex is trying to brute force his way up the ramp into the natural.
And Ryan, great target firing as well. Gonna be taking out these roaches one by one. I don't think he's gonna have enough momentum to keep this going.
Yeah.
But even still, he still has that advantage.
He does have the advantage, but Rex, he barely holds on with the defensive advantage with the reinforcements, and his third base is about to be up and running. So Rex, he holds. This was the best case scenario for Rex. Again, Ryan just wants to try to go for the kill, barely did not have enough, but you can see that NXZ, he's not droning. He's getting ready for a second wave.
Yeah, which is potentially a bit of an overreaction here from NXZ, but at the same time, he didn't scout that third base, so this is once again the correct thing to do, but not necessarily the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. As again, like a failed all-in is kind of the best way for Rex to survive this and to catch back up. Is that if NXZ, if he kind of like misjudges the situation, if he overextends, if he takes a bad fight, then Rex can claw his way back in. We'll see if that's the case, because Rex likewise is not droning. Like, the hope for Ryan is that maybe he catches his opponent like focusing on his economy, but he's not, so the supplies are getting pretty close.
The supplies overall are getting pretty close, but the army supplies is still massively in favor of Orion. He also has those flanking lings that can come in and really cut the retreat of the roaches if need be, or just go straight to the main.
Yeah. The best way to make use of just the higher army supply. The roaches, they clash against each other. Lings are in the main base, they're in the natural as well. Boys are going down, and Ryan, he is pulling Rex apart.
GG is called, and Ryan will be taking that series 2-1. And
GG, well played, Ryan. He does it again. It's been a long time since NXZ has been an active pro player. I see some people in the chat, Fiant, asking who's NXZ. I've never heard of him.
Oh.
Well, NXZ was a pro before.
You baby.
Yeah, before Fiant was incepted. That's the reality. Before Fiant had kind of been birthed into the world, that's when Ryan was roaming the StarCraft 2 competitive scene. Was
roaming the Outback.
Yeah, roaming the Outback back in WCS. Yeah, he used to compete in WCS Americas. He used to travel the world as well, and there was a period where he was actually the best player in Australia. A period where, you know, you had like Ryan as the best Zerg, you had Probe.
After I guess Igas or something.
Yeah, where things were still settling in. You know, the rise of during like the rise of Pro, basically, just before he had kind of like risen to the best in the region. Yeah, GG, well played. Ryan will take the series. Rex gets knocked out, and Ryan gets the privilege of advancing on to the next round to face off against his next opponent.
Indeed. A pretty short series that we had here, so it's one of the few times that I'm actually thankful that we had a bunch of walkovers, or a bunch of like players seeded directly into the quarterfinals this week. Ryan gonna be moving ahead to face Rogue in yet another ZvZ.